I guess, computer.
Record to your computer because then you can upload it to YouTube later.
Okay.
Easier.
Like all these changes in technology are freaking me out. I'm like starting to get confused. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm super excited to see everybody on the call today. I just went ahead and started recording it. We have some things to go over, and I want to go over some specific things to help you guys be successful in this business. I feel like a lot of times people overcomplicate being a Beachbody coach. Definitely overcomplicate it. If you saw what I was doing, like if you did what I was doing as far as like the constant posting and where's Michelle? Okay. Michelle Katz. I don't know if you guys have seen her. If you were to do all of that stuff that I'm doing, I call that stuff fluff. Okay. Because everybody on here is working full time. Like every one of you guys on this call, like works full time or is in school. And I think that, if you cut out all the fluff, meaning like post on your wall like once a day, but all the other stuff, you could get very overwhelmed as a coach. You can get very overwhelmed if you see all these, what is that, Tanel? You can get very overwhelmed with all the posts as far as like all the stuff in the groups and commenting on everybody's things. Oh, there she is. Okay. Commenting on everybody's stuff. And I feel like a lot of people think that being a Beachbody coach is just working out. Hey, Hope, working out, drinking their Shakeology. I love Hope. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. I have to stay focused because she's like my ADHD sister. So I'm like, I will not look at you. If you drank your Shakeology and worked out and then commented in the group, you're like, oh, but I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting anywhere. So a suggestion for you is spend 10% of the time in the groups. So if you have an hour to spend on your business a day, you only have, well, we'll pretend an hour would be, we'll say 100 minutes because my math skills are low. So you would spend 10 minutes in the group. So what I do is I go in the morning, I comment in the morning in the group. At lunch, I go in and I comment, and at dinner, and then I'm out of there. Because you could be commenting in there, guys, all day long. And I think our engagement in there is great, but you could raise your hand right now. If you're spending more than an hour a day commenting in those groups, you are spending too much time. If you want to build a Beachbody business and you're spending your whole day recording yourself, making collages and I don't know, like if you only have 30 minutes, then you might want to take a picture of yourself and say, you know what, I just killed my workout, but I need to friend 30 people and invite 5 because I only have 20 minutes. Okay. So you got to utilize your time because when I remember when I was at Summit and Jamie is my like person, just like seriously. And she always like knows when I'm way off and is like, what are you doing? You know, like you're spending so much time with all this other stuff and you haven't ate or showered in a week and like, it's got to stop, you know? So sometimes you have to like reassess what you're doing. And if what you're doing is not making you any money, then you need to stop doing it all day long. Okay. And I know that sounds kind of crappy, but that's kind of like my tough love for you guys. So I see, and I remember my sister told me that too. I was like, I'm not getting anywhere. She's like, you've spent 2 hours recording yourself and posting it everywhere. And how many people have you invited? 5. How many people have you friended? 3. Well, you know what? Those 5 people are probably going to tell you no. And you might want to like up the ante a little bit. So that's kind of like my tough love kind of opener for what we're about to go over. I'm not going to spend too much time right now on recognition. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Lori. Becca. Yay, new coach Becca's on. I'm not going to spend too much time on recognition, but I will say that, a lot of you guys killed it this month with Success Club points, working that cold and warm market, and I really think that's starting to show. When I say that out loud, and I'm just going to say, for example, like Deidre is probably one of the hardest working, like most consistent coaches that I've seen. And at the end of the day, you know what? She hasn't sold a challenge pack yet. Does that mean that she's not a good coach, needs to quit, give up, and isn't doing it right? No, it just means that entrepreneurship is peaks and valleys. So you're in a valley and then it peaks. Like one week I got 16 points. Not one person has responded to me since then. Now I'm in the valley, and then I'm going to be back, the peaks again. And that's what it's called, the compound effect. And if you guys haven't read the compound effect, one of the biggest things that I want to tell you is that it talks about the birds, and they go in, like if you constantly throw, like say you're trying to grow grass, I think it's the compound effect. I can't remember what book it is. But you go in and you throw all these seeds and you're trying to grow grass. And then all of a sudden these birds come along, and then you're like, God, Marie, like I was talking to this one person and they signed up with another coach. Or then I was talking to them and then they went and bought Plexus. Or then they went and got Herbalife. Because what happens is if you throw a couple seeds out there, the birds are going to come along, guys, and the birds are going to eat the seeds and they're going to carry them away, right? But if you throw tons of seeds out there, keep throwing those seeds out there, eventually some of them are going to grow. Does that make sense? So if you're sharing on your Facebook wall your journey and you're inviting and you're not quite getting to where you need to be, then I would cut a lot of the fluff, go all in more with your invites. Michelle and I, Katz, we kind of stayed off our wall today and a little bit in the groups, and we invited hard today. All day today, I invited hard. When I get off the phone with you guys, I'm tired. I'm going to do invites, not comment on anything for 3 hours, so that people are going to say, yeah, give me more information, and I'm going to run those leads this weekend. Okay, so that's just a little bit of advice with that. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to watch my time because sometimes I go off on, I don't get to my flipping point forever. You're like, yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so we're going to start with what I do. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you is if you're constantly talking about Beachbody, okay, if you're constantly talking about Beachbody on your Facebook wall, you are turning people off, okay? If I was to constantly talk about my workouts every day, and I posted myself doing a workout every single day, someone's echoing. Okay. I posted myself doing a workout every day. Try to be creative. Like I did something like the bad baby workout. Like my kids, they're bad. So I was like, okay, we're going to make those babies work out. Like try to change it up a little bit. What are you passionate about? Deidre is passionate about art, passionate about poetry. What do you like? That is called attraction marketing. And when you talk about what you like Jamie likes to cook. Heather talks a lot about her struggles. Jacqueline is an amazing mom and talks about her son. Megan, Megan is hitting Success Club every month. I've never seen Megan Gutenberg post that she's doing a Beachbody workout once on her wall. So you don't have to post about Beachbody to be a successful Beachbody coach. Does that make sense? So figure out who you are. Like, what do you like? And that's called attraction marketing. Okay. Deidre's talks about life and put yourself out there is so powerful that in the end, what that's going to do is that's going to inspire people to want to join her in her journey. Maybe you like to do crafts with your kids. Go live and talk about, Landon and I are going to do a live video tomorrow about finger painting, and we're going to finger paint. Okay. That brings people to my page, and then they're going to come back for more. And then when I invite to a challenge, they're going to see it. We build a relationship beyond Beachbody. That is called attraction marketing, and that is huge. So now, I'm not saying that being a Beachbody coach, like what I'm going to go over right now, is a one-size-kind-of-fits-all kind of thing. I just want to share with you what I do that helps me be successful. I've learned it in California. I was just in California and for the leadership training, and the pattern of what I'm doing seems to be working. So I hope that you might use it. So take what you need and then leave the rest. And Hope always says that in her hot yoga classes, like take what you need. What is it? You say something like take what you need and leave the rest on the mat or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay alive in her class. But yeah, so take what you need from this and then leave the rest. Like literally, like I just focus on like not dying, but it's amazing. And I missed it this week. I'm really pissed. Okay. So morning, when you wake up, everybody, when they wake up in the morning, grabs their what? Phone. grabs their boob. No, I'm just kidding. Every morning when they wake up, they grab their phone, okay? So you wake up in the morning, you grab your cell phone. You want to have something called omnipresence. Omnipresence means that if I grab my phone, I see Facebook, I see what? I see Marie saying, I worked out this morning. And if you didn't work out, take a picture that working out sucks there in your bed and you don't want to do it and you're out of coffee and you're pissed. You know? Like, you don't have to always be rise and shine, I'm winning the flipping day. Like, be real. If you're tired, be real. If you're, if your hair's crazy, like, take a picture and be like, like, you don't have to be what you think you have to be like, just be you. Okay? Every morning I post something. This morning I didn't do anything. I used an old picture and I posted this. So I've been kind of slack lately. Never just post a quote. You find the quote and then you write it out. So even an old picture, a picture of you at the beach, picture with your family, crazy picture in the morning, even if it's something simple like a dream without a plan is a wish. What kind of changes are you hoping to make? Something in the morning. Noontime, people check their phone at lunch. If you're posting at 10 in the morning and then at 4 in the afternoon and 10 o'clock at night, when you understand Facebook algorithms, most people aren't going to respond to your challenge that you're running at 10 o'clock at night. If you're going live at 3:30 in the morning, it's highly unlikely that anyone is going to comment on it. Early morning, noon, 8, 9 o'clock prime time at night. Okay. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I want to show you is I'm going to pretend that you don't really know that you don't really know anything. And we're going to start with how to find people. We're going to do cold market and then we're going to hit warm market. Cold market is people you do not know. So what I did today is I went to Lululemon, Greenville. Okay. There's a new one in Greenville, and this is like a workout, like fitness, like clothing site. Okay. Now, what I'm doing, and I'm doing 50 of these a day, is I go to this website and then for example, I see like pictures, and I'm friending at least 50 people a day. Okay. Then, look, I'm friends with all these people and I do not know them. These are people that I became friends with today. Okay. So what I'm doing, let me go down to, I ran through this page hard today. Sorry if anyone's in Greenville. And like this girl, like I'm obviously going to ask her like if she wants to be a coach, Asked her if she wanted to be a coach today.
I'm friends with Judy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Guess she's yours. Sorry.
She sells isogenics or uses isogenics or whatever.
Does she?
She's a beast. She's a total beast. Yeah, she's all about isogenics, whatever the hell
Are
that
you
is.
on this page?
Probably. Let me look.
Okay, so like for example, like this one right here. And I don't know if you guys know what Lululemon is, but these leggings are like $110. So, I'm adding people, like my Facebook's acting weird, but if it's over, I'm doing local. So if it's over 5 mutual friends, like I don't know this girl, but we have 106 mutual friends. So she's more apt to accept my friend request. Okay. So that's one way that I'm doing it. I'm going through the websites. I'll tell you to be on, like how I found people on this call right now. I'll tell you where I found everybody on this call. Megan and I went to dance. Megan and I were in dance together when we were little, so I knew her. And Jamie was from high school. My other coaches on here, Hope, I found her on the Southern Ulm website. We connected on Instagram, but then it was weird. You were in town, and then you were on Southern Ulm. Deidre, she was on the Zumba website where I found her. And then Suzanne was also Zumba, and Jacqueline was on here, and she was in the homeowners association for the neighborhood that I live in. Okay. So not one person, in Morella, where did we meet? Oh, her daughter does pageants. So I friend people on local beauty pageant sites, and she is a new coach. Okay. So we built a relationship, and welcome Morella to the call. It's good to see you on here. And then Melanie and I were friends, and she teaches Zumba with Suzanne, and Suzanne and I connected on a Zumba site. And Michelle Katz and I, who is a very strong coach on the right side of my business, her and I connected through Instagram. And she has brought on a powerhouse team of new coaches that are on this call right now. So you see how that kind of all goes full circle. Okay, let me get back to my point. All right, so that's the first thing. And I'm going to go through this quick. Now, the next thing that I do is, and these are cold market invites. These are people you do not know. I'm doing about 50 of these a day because you have to think the law of averages. It takes 5 minutes to friend 50 people, okay? 5 minutes to do that. You can go right down. You figure 15 of them are going to accept your friend request. Maybe 1 or 2 might end up over time. You know what I mean? Signing up. So I'm going to go to Find Friends. And those of you that have seen this before, it's very good to see it again because it reminds you that these are the daily skills. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go Find Friends. And everyone can see my Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I do current city. Whatever your current city says, that's what's going to show up on the side. Now, I've already invited like half of my town. Okay, Jessica, more than 20 friends. Ashlyn, more than 21 friends. Friend. Now, I don't ask anybody to be a coach, but I don't count anybody out. So I'm friending people, but necessarily if we don't have anything in common, and I may not want to share a hotel room with you one day, and you're not, we always want to look for somebody that's like tribe-like, then who's laughing at me? Is that Hope's laughing at me?
No,
Everybody-
not that five.
Okay. Then I'm going to do teachers and nurses I always think are like really good coaches. So I could go to Greenville Hospital. Let me see. Greenville Hospital System. And then add. So I'm not trying to like be mean or whatever, but when I'm like, how many people did you friend today? And you say 5, like, I don't do men. I don't add men though. Kind of if you want to, but there was like, yeah, like I'll join. Can we like meet up and make a baby? I'm like, what? No, I'm just kidding. It's like, it just never, you know how men are weirdos. I'm sorry if you're on here. This call. It is never invite men. Okay, so that is that part. So I'm friending those people, connecting with people. Okay. Now, if you also have a friend, for example, this girl right here, she is in a lot of my challenges. She is like does like Miss South Carolina or whatever. So I do like a lot of like pageant girls. A lot of them join my challenges, and my cousin, like she's about to be Miss Teen like Texas or something. So like a lot of those, like her and I have 151 mutual friends because I'm going to these different websites, and that's where I'm finding people locally. So I'm doing a wide variety of those. Okay. Now that's step 1. So posting on your wall, people grab their phone every, morning, blah, blah. You post on your wall consistently. Figure out who you are. You don't have to post about Beachbody constantly and posting about what you're eating. People don't people, when they see you with your shaker cup and I'm friending people, if they go to my wall and they see, BOGO sale, like all the Wraps people, and like, they don't even hold their stuff and do it. They take a sales flyer. I wish I could hold a training for like It Works people, because I'm like, God, I could, I want to help them sometimes. But like, if you're standing there and you're just like, had the healthiest meal of the day, the second I accept your friend request, I am going to unfriend you, because it's for me, they don't know that our challenge is good. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what we're doing. So people that you don't know are going to put up stranger danger, avoidance, and not want to, does that make sense? And not want to be friends with you, people you do not know. Okay. I see that. I see it all the time. Okay. So after I friend people, the next thing that I do is every Monday, let me go to I got to be careful with my friends right now because they cap you at 5,000. I go to recently added. Now, these are all the people that I have recently added this week that I do not know these people. Okay? Every single one of them. I'm going to write them down. Every single, I do it like Mondays and Wednesdays, and I write them all down in my notebook. Okay. And if you're a new coach and you haven't had a one-on-one with me yet, don't freak out. This is a lot of information. You're going to have a coach basics training. You and I are going to have a one-on-one. So don't get overwhelmed and worry, because this is a process. Then I write down Mondays and Wednesdays. I write down everybody that's recently added. I wrote up this little thing in my clipboard in my iPhone, and I say, Sherilyn, for example, hey Sherilyn, this is, hey Sherilyn, thanks for accepting my friend request, sending you positive vibes. And I'll put an emoji of like a flower and like a palm tree. And that's it. We used to say, hey Sherilyn, thanks for accepting my friend request. I have this really cool challenge on Facebook and I'd love to invite you. Would you like some more information? Right away, stranger danger. She's trying to sell me something. I'm done with it. Right? So send the positive vibes, write down, and I have my list. I did that on Monday and say I had 25 people. That's all I did. And when they say thank you, don't talk to them. Keep going. You can't stop. And Michelle and I, Katz, used to do this. We would get trapped in conversation. Positive vibes, next person. Positive vibes, next person. Keep going. Put your blinders on. Sometimes I play, I know it sounds crazy, but I'll be like in the zone, like listening to Eminem, just like hammering it out. Like somebody, like the house is on fire. I'm just like, no, I'm going hard for an hour, because my window of time is when Landon, my son, is in bed for an hour. I say he's taking a nap. He's really not. It's quiet time. I have to be extremely focused because my time, I don't have any time. And a lot of people, like some of these younger like kids in Beachbody, you know, like I hate to say it, if you're like younger, like in your early 20s, you know, you don't have a lot of kids, you don't have, you know, fur babies, you don't have a husband, you don't, you know, maybe you don't like work, you know, your time, you don't have to be as focused. But for me, I have to be very, very focused, dead on, positive vibes. Now it's Tuesday. Now, if I set you a positive vibe, for example, let me see somebody I positive vibed earlier. I'm pretty sure I went through all of these. Okay, now say I sent her a positive vibe. I also go to her wall. I feel like my internet always gets like, okay. So I also go to her wall. I clicked on somebody else, but I'm just gonna pretend. Okay, I'm also gonna like a couple things. If you really like them, like you have to be authentic, you know, like say I like that, okay? I leave it alone. If I go, and I hate that, like you guys get tons of stuff in your mailbox like, hey, I'm selling this, or join my book party, or check out my website. Maybe if you told me how your book made your kid smarter, or the lotion, you know, your wrinkles are reduced and you're more confident, you're moving into your 30s or 40s and it makes you feel better, I'm probably more apt to buy it. You know, and when you understand entrepreneurship in people, you got to slow down with people, because if you vomit what you're doing right at them, they're going to put up walls and they're not going to want to talk to you. Has anybody ever like seriously gone too fast on a prospective person and you knew you messed it up? Yeah. Michelle Katz and I talked about this before and we're like, should we go back and like apologize? I think it was Michelle and I, like some of the people from the beginning, and I did. And I said, and I'll show you that part in a second, but slow down with people. I'm not saying slow down and do less, you know, people, but slow down and, you got to form. So I know I'm jumping around, but forming with people is once you start talking to them, positive vibes, like some of their stuff. All of these people that I have recently added, I'm not going to invite them until next week. Sometimes I'm sitting around, I'm like, well, maybe if I just invite them a little, then it'll work. It doesn't. Don't do it. You're wasting your time, So then I'll say, for example, to the person, say I was talking to Nicole, sent her positive vibes, like some of her stuff. Now I notice this is how it goes full circle. I've been posting consistently on my wall. Not shit got hard and I was tired and skipped a day. You gotta be consistent. Okay, not tons of posts and write in an ebook. Just be consistent on your wall, sharing about your family, fitness, struggles, something. Okay, now I noticed that maybe they commented or liked one of my posts. Okay, maybe they haven't, but I'm still going to invite Nicole. So I'll say, for example, say Nicole had a picture up of her dog or something, and I liked the dog. I would say, hey, Nicole, how, and these are people I don't know, okay? So I'd say like, hey, Nicole, your fur baby's super cute. Looks like you're having a fabulous week. And all these are written in the scripts too. So if you don't have a script, ask me for it later. I'll say like, hey, Nicole, your fur baby's super cute. I don't know if you've seen any of my posts, but I have this awesome online fitness challenge for women where we share our successes and struggles and attempt to eat healthy. LOL, would you be interested in some information? No, I don't say that. I say, if I opened up a spot for you, would you be interested in some information? You cannot say, let me know if you want some information. They're never going to let you know. Would you like some information? No, I wouldn't. But if I opened up a spot for you, would you like some information? And these are coming from like Patrick Reelman, and he's our Upline Millionaires Club sponsor. And both that wording makes a huge difference. Not like, check this out and let me know if you're interested. No one's going to let you know anything ever. And we know that, right? By now, no one's going to let you know. Okay, so we've done that. Now, let's look at some conversations. Really quick. I might have to, I'm on this like school computer, and sometimes I have to like log in that part sometime. Okay. Welcome to what? Where am I now? Okay. Okay. Like this girl right here. Like, because sometimes I run through my list a few times. I know this is random. Would you be interested? Thanks for thanking me, but I have so many groups I can't keep up with them. I'm like, so what do you do for fitness? I totally messed that up. Like, she doesn't want to do it, and I asked her what she does for fitness. Clearly nothing. I'm like, she's ignoring me. Okay, so I went back to her a year later, and I said, I know we connected in the past. We're not interested in any groups, but I have something that you might be interested in. Sure, groups have moved to an app, and we are gearing up for our next online challenge, now or never. If I was to open a spot for you, would you be interested? Nope, thanks for reaching out. Okay, fine. Whatever. But what was I going to tell you about that? Okay. Who on here has had somebody say that somebody says they are not interested? Like, you invite them and they say they're not interested. Okay. Amy Reelman, who was an elite coach, when I was with her in the pool, she told me to say, I know like when I was with her in the pool, but this last week when we were on vacation, we were in the pool together. And she says to people, well, if you don't mind me asking, what doesn't interest you? And saying that the first time, I felt dirty. I was like, how do you know you're not interested? And that's why I went live about it the other day, because if I didn't know what we were doing and I saw what was online, I wouldn't be interested either. I wouldn't be interested in doing fat burners, wraps, pills, buying products and not having support and accountability. So a lot of times people aren't interested, guys, because they're misinformed. They don't know what we have, right? So that is our job to go live, talk about what we have, put it out there, and things like that. This girl, I'm just showing you like some of my major fails. Sending her positive vibes. Happy Tuesday. Yes, she would be interested. Happy hump day. Just wanted to follow up with you one last time. Looks like you've gone ghost on me. I tell people all this stuff. So even though, she does her own stuff, fitness challenges are her thing, I'm like, cool, what workouts do you do? So I'm getting a lot of the same things that you guys may be getting. All right. But these are just a lot of my, like, I weeded it out, but you can see these probably look like a lot of your conversations. Like they're here, I'm commenting, and they're gone. Okay. So I guess that's kind of like a little confidence booster, like showing you that, these things are happening to me too. But the reason that I've been successful with it, I think, is because these are kind of like all my no's. I wrote all my yeses down. And then, my thing's like having a mind of its own. But I go back through and I say, when I send them, hold on a second. So I think I weeded a lot of them out, but I wanted to show you one thing before people keep messaging me. Sorry, I need to shut my chat off because my screen looks different than yours. Let me go in. Where's somebody? Okay. Okay. All right. Now, this part's important right here. So, people say they want more information. Who can tell me what we do once somebody says they want more information? And you can unmute yourself if you know the answer. Okay, I want more information about your fitness program. Now what do we say as coaches? Valerie, what do you tell people when they say I'm just going to call people. I'm like, raise your hand. Now I'm just going to call you out. So Valerie, you've asked me, you know what, I have this awesome fitness group and I would love for you to join. Okay. All right. Yeah. So definitely. Tell me more. What do you do next, Valerie?
Well, I have a fitness group that I have started. And so what I've said is, I probably said it wrong because I probably should ask them what they're looking for.
Let's do not like your like free group. Say you got your free group, which I hear is amazing, and I'd love to see that because Michelle has told me about how you're going live in there and it's awesome. And I was like, really? That's so cool. So say you got out of your shell and one of your friends was like, oh, I see you're doing the 21-day fix. Like, what's that all about? Like what do you guys, like, what do you say when somebody says they want information? I know Jacqueline knows the answer to this.
Well, I think that's why I kind of messed it up a little bit because then I just spew it out, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so great, and this is what it is. And
a video of Autumn Calabrese and my
then it has Tony Horton and it has all the Shanties, and they're just like, oh, I don't really like.
I don't want to jump.
So then I'm kind of like, oh, but then there's also this, and then I'm like spewing all of this other information out.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I did that, guys. I've been a coach for 3 years. My first year, I did that for a year, and I was like, nobody wants to join me. Well, no freaking kidding. Like I was not saying like that's the worst, but I would say, well, we're like a awesome team, and I know this one guy, and we're like, Sean T. And then somebody says, oh, well, my cousin used to do that, or I think I have an insanity video, or you can't do that, guys. You can't, because the second you do that, you've messed. And I do it sometimes now, and I'm like, what did I do? Like I messed it up. So let's see, who can we pick on? Randy, what are you doing? If I say, tell me some more information, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to ask me? It's really an ask. What are you going to ask me?
Uh, I'm kind of in the same boat. I usually just tell them stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been different every time,
Yeah.
depending on how well they know me and or if they don't know me. But like right now, it's just been people that I know so far.
And what are we gonna do, guys, when we run out of people that we know? You know, like how in the world, how can you build wealth in depth in a business after your 5 best friends buy a challenge pack from you because they feel like you were nice to them and helped them out when they had a flat tire? Like seriously, like how are you gonna do it? So, and that was what Bloom, that's why I didn't want to sign up and do this when I first started, because I'm like, how am I gonna do that? So Melanie, what do we do? Because I know we had a call on this and I know you know the answer.
I know the answer, and that's the problem. After this part, I lose it. You basically ask them what are their fitness goals, what are they looking for? Because
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you want to be like, well, what do you want to make sure that I can get you the right program to help you?
Right.
I do this part. I do this part very well. And
yes. So what in the world are your goals?
right.
I want to lose 30 pounds and quit smoking. This one girl told me that.
And you got to ask them why.
Why?
To lose the 30 pounds.
Why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Why do you want to lose 30 pounds, Melanie? Why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Tell me.
Oh, okay. You didn't have to yell at me. I'm
like, tell me.
Well, for me, I think I put it in one of the posts. I think you asked us to put our why. And I said, I'm afraid that I'm going to die at this size, and I don't want that. I have a lot of life to live. There's so much out there I want to do. Going on a cruise and flying, it puts stuff in perspective. Like,
right.
I'm terrified on the plane that I'm going to get ma'am, you're going to have to get off because you're too heavy. And the person sitting beside you don't want you beside, I'm always
and how is it going to make you feel, Melanie, when you reach your goals?
I probably will go on the plane naked because I'd be like, look at me.
They really will kick you off.
Right.
Yes. I will. Can I sit next to that naked girl, please? I know her.
She's going somewhere fun.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, Melanie. So what have you tried in the past that hasn't worked?
Yes.
I've tried no carbs, low carbs. I've tried Atkins. I actually tried Herbalife.
That'll kill you.
Oh, that's horrible. Horrible.
You might get skinny, but you're going to die.
Oh.
There's so many chemicals in it.
One of the girls in the yoga class that comes regularly, she's obsessed with it, has been for 2 years. And I did just a trial. I had a headache for all 3 days that I took it.
Sucrose in it. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Okay, so you've tried all that stuff, and you know what, Melanie, I can relate to you because when I was going to school for dance, I was constantly in the struggle thinking that if I ate less food, I was actually going to lose weight, when in turn I actually just kept putting on weight, and it was so frustrating doing my own thing. And I could definitely relate with you in that aspect, and would love for you to join me in this fitness challenge where there's a bunch of women in it. We're sharing our successes and our struggles. How about I give it no pressure, just check it out. I'll send you over some information. That is the difference, guys, between, yes, Suzanne.
Well, and I don't mean to interrupt. I have a question, like with that, and I've done that with some of the people, like some of the people that I've been closer with their goals. They've expressed them, and then 3 months later, like I'm looking at them and I'm talking to them, and like we're 1 week and they're like, gosh, I feel so fat and I feel so ugly, but I just don't have the money. And so then I check back with them next week and I'm like, so how are things going? How are you feeling about yourself? Oh, I just lost 7 pounds and 2 inches. And I'm like, well, which one is a lie? And
Exactly.
and I just am like, are you trying to make it like, I was talking to one girl and I'm like, so how much are you paying for your gym membership? How much are you paying for this?
I pay like $100 a month and I haven't been in 2 months.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, how much are you paying for your trainer you say you have? And it's just like, I see your pictures, honey, and you really haven't lost. And I don't want to be like that. and I don't want to be that mean, but I feel like
It's true though. I mean, half of it works people like, and I'll tell you guys this in confidence, like even Mindy and some of those girls, they all sell It Works and they're on the Beachbody group, drinking Shakeology and in our challenge.
and
You know, and
well, then
like you gotta,
what do you say
this
to
is
them
what
when
I
they
do.
say,
This is what
what
I do. I say on my wall, I say that working out and taking care of yourself is not an expense, it's an investment. And then I went on my wall and said, oh, you can't afford to get healthy and lose weight, nice new shoes. My husband was like, you're gonna take that down, you're gonna have no friends.
what do you
I was like, oh,
say to
you feel
what do you say to them? Sorry,
I
but when they're lying to you about their weight loss and their inches,
I don't
and
say anything to
everything,
them really. I tell them that when I encourage them and I say that's good. And I tell my mom this because she constantly says that she loses 8 pounds. And I'm like, anybody can lose 8 pounds. I could eat 1 Snickers bar a day for no other food and probably lose 8 pounds in a week.
exactly.
The goal is that you want to gain overall wellness and build healthy habits that are going to last for a lifetime. Because everybody on this call right now could cut out carbs. We could drink 2 shakes a day and we'd all be skinny by next month. But we're going to freak out. We're going to eat all the food. We're going to gain it back and we're going to go crazy. So I tell them, well, that's great. I'd say, that's great that you've done that. And I'm proud of you. But I would also tell them that if they're looking for something that's not a diet and they want to do like long-term and not gain it back, like you're there for them.
Yeah.
Or just stop talking to them and just find new people. Cause I have a lot of that.
I kind of just wanted to cut off because I'm just like, but they keep coming back to me, and I'm like,
They'll be back.
why
Like
coming back?
they'll be back. Every single one of my coaches and challengers that have signed up, they've told me no. Besides Jamie, because she loves me.
No.
Jamie's my best friend from like when we were little and's always been like, she's just always my lifer, you know?
So are you adding them to the challenge before they get their sign up or anything? I've known people to do that.
No.
I put you in my free group and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've kind of been posting more in the free group, the Team Boom 4. I think that our group's cool and I think our group's good. It's not that good. I think the products are good, but I think people gotta want it. And until they follow you long enough, Suzanne,
Yeah.
especially women are going to turn their back on you. It's like some women don't support women. They're going to turn their back on you. They're going to judge you. They might mock you, and then they're going to eventually join you because they're going to see that you're not going to give up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe I'm just around a lot of crazy people. You know?
I think
then,
that's my issue. Like once I get past that, what's your goals? And I do
Okay.
come with, I think I have some things I can help you with. Can I let you in?
right.
But they kind of shy away. Like,
Okay, so do you guys don't have this? This is the next thing. Now, Michelle is going to make hers by Sunday because that's her homework for her coach, which is me. And what is this all about? So this is my little thing. So this is after we've talked. If you send this to them right away, they're going to unfriend you. Okay. If I was to send you, this is what the infomercial is of the 21-day fix, you have killed your business. Don't do that. What you do is, and if you need help doing this, Michelle will get on a call with all of you one-on-one. No, I'm just kidding. And teach you how to do it. But I'll show you. I'm going to explain it to you really quick, and then you got to message me, and I'll have to do it with you one-on-one. But you have to make a video like this where you share your screen. And that's what I did. And it's not going to show it to you. Hold on. And I know you've seen this, but I know I'm killing you, but these little things like this are really important. Hold on a second.
yeah, don't tell my coach, but she is waiting for me to send her my.
Yes.
But don't tell her that I haven't.
How do I
Marie, I still have the original email you sent me a long time ago, like in January 20th.
Oh, well, that's good.
And it has all that verbiage in it.
Did you make one?
No, but now I can copy it. Why reinvent the wheel? I'll just rephrase it a
How do
little.
I like sign in with like a different I don't want to create another account. Anyway, whatever. I can't show
If you
it to you.
just go to YouTube and then type your name.
Oh wait, duh.
Is your video private, Marie? Is that why it's not working? Like you have.
Well, it's because I'm on my school computer and
Oh, okay.
hold on, let me sign into this.
Boo school computers.
Cause are you private? I know I'm your friend on there.
Yeah, you can, but I'm on a wrong computer, so let me see if okay, hold on. Just believe in me, guys. Just believe in me. At least we have a song.
Right there. You go.
Who is that? Who's doing
Me. Hi. Hope. I told you I found the video.
Not that one. It's not that one though.
Oh, well, I think there's 3 in this email
Okay.
that you sent.
But that was the good one. So that was about the challenge. But basically, okay, hold on. Michelle, can you do me a favor? Can
That
you,
was the 21-day fix. You're right. Don't send
I
that to
used to do
anybody.
that and give like this emotional.
Ever.
Can you share your screen and
Yes. One sec.
no one's gonna get us down school computer? Okay.
Okay.
You better
So
start paying attention, Miss White, or I'm gonna send you to detention. I see you on your phone, Missy.
Hey, my phone's gonna die anytime now. Just FYI. If you lose me, my phone died.
Yeah.
It's a piece of shit, and my car is in the shop for an indefinite amount of time right now. So my new phone is sitting in the car in the shop that now I think I might not get back to like a month.
So this video right here, guys, is I just messaged
I
it.
have like 500 messages open. Okay, you just sent it to me. Can you guys see my screen right
So
now?
what I did was, you don't have to listen to the whole thing, but you can kind of fast forward it.
Everybody, this is Marie
Shoot.
here, and I'm so excited to talk with you and
Oh,
share
hang
this
on.
video with
Wait,
you.
hang on.
So we've already talked about your goals. We've already
Sorry.
assessed what kind of
Go to
goals
your little YouTube
you have.
tab.
I'm gonna share with you a little bit more about what my challenge has to offer for you. So
Great.
basically, what I do is I'm the
Middle YouTube tab
and I run a variety of online fitness
by
challenges.
the Facebook tab.
Sorry,
So
why
with
can't I
this
find it?
challenge,
Right there
I
at the top where all your tabs are.
share my screen. All of our members have access to this Team Beachbody website. And
Over.
everybody have the all access tab, and so where you would have access to, and I like to call this something like Netflix for.
Okay. Can you guys see that now?
Yeah.
It will come up. It's basically like Netflix for working out. And this
You
is
just fast forward it a little bit too.
because in here, you are going to have access to all
Fast forward
of
because it's like a VHS because I'm old
over
school.
6,000 workouts that are in this. It's kind of like Netflix for working out. So there's tons of workouts in here.
This video is really bad too. I need to make
All
another.
the workouts, and this is perfect. And we always talk about, when I always talk to people, I'm constantly talking to women about how busy they are. They're always saying that they're busy. They're always saying that it's hard for them to get to the gym.
You can forward it a little bit.
Lifestyle. Now, I'm a gym lover.
What's that?
You can fast forward, like move the.
Oh, okay.
Like midway.
Keep you accountable. Each day, we are on day 15. So we're talking about mindset, the motivation, things to remember to get results.
Keep going.
You're going to have to get rid of
Keep
those
going.
processed. So let me move this right here.
Hey, there's Valerie.
I'm famous.
I should have had you sign a waiver, girl.
So once you do that first
I
program
shoulda.
through it and you have success with it, you're also going to be able to,
Okay.
there is some other ones
You
that
guys kind of get the point of that, right?
the coaches, Andrea doing amazing, Jamie doing amazing.
You want me to stop it?
Yeah, you can stop it. Unshare there for a second. So basically, you can do whatever you want to do, but you want to show people, show them the challenge, show them the app, And what you do is you make a free Zoom account, you record yourself, and you do a share screen. That can sound very overwhelming. If you want to do it, set up an appointment with me or your sponsor. And because whatever your guys are sending people, if I say you want to join my challenge and I send you Autumn Calabrese doing the 21-day fix, I'm going to tell you no 99% of the time. Okay. You might have some people that are, but if you're working hard and you're doing so many invites, or Jamie, your niche is the ultimate reset, that is your thing. You could do a video about it, and you could specialize in the ultimate reset for people. It may seem at first like, kind of overwhelming to take that on, but if you get a couple people that do that as they're following your journey, like, you could totally make a little video about that. I do mine on the all access because that's the only thing that I'm quote unquote selling with Shakeology. It is not an option from me. And I hear a lot of people say, well, what if they just want to do the workouts? I do not just ever sell the workouts, ever. That's not an option. Like, this is the package. This is what we're doing. I mean, unless you want, you can, because I want to help people, but you can get really wrapped up in that, because I was in for about 6 months where I never sold a challenge pack because I always felt like, it's like a lot for you guys to coach people, get them set up and do a one-on-one. So if you're making $13 on one workout DVD, like, that's kind of a hard road to go down, So I definitely challenge you to make one of those. If you need help with that, definitely reach out to me. Okay. I know this is the longest call ever, but we're almost done. But these things are really important. Hopefully this is helping you guys if you haven't heard this before. Then the Shakeology video on Darren O'Lean, the Superfood Hunter. That is the best video, okay? I'm going to send that to the group message right now, the one where he goes into the wild. And if I used to send the one, Shakeology, the healthiest meal of the day, so many superfoods, throw that video away. Use the one where he goes in the wild and talks about the nutrient-dense soil, because 99% of people think that Shakeology is an expensive protein. Has nothing to do with being an expensive protein. It is a superfood. So educate yourself on Shakeology. I put that thing in the coach group. If I went around right now and was like, tell me 5 things about Shakeology, most of us could not even do that. Talk about how it can rebuild structures, probiotics, things like that, as you're sharing about Shakeology. So then I'm going to go faster here. You send the information. I say, I'll follow up with you later. Then they go ghost. They disappear. Okay. Then I say to them, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you. What did you like? Do you think you want to join? If I ask you a question like that, it's a yes or a no. So when you talk to people, so do you think you want to do it? No, I don't. What did you like is what you ask. What did you like about the information I sent over? Then they say, I liked this, or I like that, or they say nothing. And then I say to them, hey, I don't want to be a pest. First of all, if you think you're annoying, you are annoying. People need to be followed up with at least 10 to 11 times. If you're passionate about what you're doing, don't be scared if you're annoying, right? Who cares, right? So I say, looks like you went a little ghost on me. I know that you were interested. What questions do you have for me? Well, how much is it? Every time. Now, this is where you have to sell yourself. I tell people, I will not fail you because I know I won't. You're going to replace a meal, you get the group, and you don't have to keep paying. It's for a year, right? They have the all access for a year. They have the group. They have the support. We know the group's good. You know the group's good. Start sharing results on your wall. Do testimonials. We should start a thread like this. I don't know, Valerie, maybe you could post this in our coach group and put, does anyone have a transformation post below? And we can start a file where we get everybody's transformations. I was trying to do that, but I never saved it before. And saying, like, look at these like transformations we had. Then you follow up with people. Looks like you went a little ghost. Are you interested? When people say no to me, I always say, well, how about I invite you next month? Now's not the right time. I'm super busy. Then I go on my wall and talk about everybody's busy. We all have stuff. All the objections you get, you tie them into post on your Facebook wall. Then they say, not right now. Once the summer comes, I'm really busy with my kids. And I'll say, you know what? I totally understand. But if I have another spot opened up, how about I ask you again? Some coaches will do 40 and 50 Success Club points. I don't do that because I can't service everybody. You can't. It's impossible. You can't service everybody. Every single person I sell a challenge pack to, I get on a call with them and I go over it with them. I go over their challenge pack, go over their calorie count, their containers. If you throw them in the group and walk away, you've lost it. Go over it with them, give them a good experience. That's how you build lifers. That's how you build depth in your business, how you build friendships, and how you change lives, right? Longest call ever. Okay, 1 more minute. The last thing I want to show you, is this helpful? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they go ghost on you. They never talk to you. They unfriend you. No, I'm just kidding. So now I say to them, how about I invite you again? And then say, you know what? If this isn't right for you, that's okay. I'm happy we still connected and we're Facebook friends. Write their name down. Keep moving. Don't let somebody go ghost on you and never respond. I don't let that happen. We're gonna invite you again. Happy we're fitness friends. Happy we connected. Best of luck. See you in the future. Okay? We're done with that. The last thing is if you are not tracking your business, you are going to be in major, major doo-doo. So I challenge everybody to, I hope this opens. Yes. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yeah. Weekly notes. I use this constantly. Ideas, anything I see on Instagram, top coaches posts that I don't know if you saw my one where people constantly ask how much money I make. I always say, well, I make women feel empowered. I make them feel good about themselves. What do you make? I saw somebody do that, so I developed it more. I see quotes. I see spiritual things at church. I see things anywhere. I write these notes down. Personal development books. Reading personal development books about people are too soft to beat me. You can't beat somebody that never gives up. All of that stuff that I'm writing about, it's not in my head. It's things I find in other places and I write it down. Deidre's thing today about a dream without a plan is a wish, or like you can have ideas, but if you don't implement them, it's like knowledge is power. Knowledge really isn't power. Action is. And she constantly talks about that, and it really it touches me because I'm like, I'm writing it down because it's so good. Monthly goals. What are your goals for May, guys? Physical. I want to feel better. Financial. Maybe you want to make enough money to pay your cell phone bill. You want to make enough money to what?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Which Facebook group you were under when you pulled that up?
I sent this in the it's in Boom Empire Fit Crew Coaches, and I also put it in the Boom Empire message thread a second ago. I can send it to you personally though. It's in the Boom Empire, like where I put the link for the call. What are your and I'll send it to you in a second. Relationships, financial, other. And have goals for your husband or your wife, significant other, you know? Like I don't just have business goals. I have relationship goals too. You know, I want to be able to like enjoy my husband and have time for him. And I want us to be able to, you know, those are goals. Those are important. So it's all encompassing. Now, National Wake Up Call is every Monday. I don't know what time that is. Michelle does. Planning out your week. Schedule
Eastern.
Before 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, there's a call. Schedule any post. I try to do themes. Like this week, my posts are about like my kids' bad baby workout. I'm going to do live things with Landon. Next week, I'm going to do more. I have some issues with my brother has issues, and I'm going to do more transparent kind of post. If you're a new coach, don't worry about that stuff yet because you're like, wait, I got to go live about like, you know, you don't have to do that. These are just things I'm doing.
A quick question.
Yeah.
Would you put this in personal posting, or you create an account with, or you create something with your name under and then you start inviting people there?
I do it with my personal account.
Okay.
Personal account. I do. A lot of people make like pages, and I still I don't think that's good to do a like page. I learned a lot of this too when I was in LA. A lot of people make a like page. It depends. If you already had a like page that's thriving like Melanie before you were a Beachbody coach, it makes sense. And you know, if you don't, a lot of people make one because they hide behind it.
Right.
They're worried about what family or friends or people might do. So I would start small on your regular Facebook page and then maybe build a like page later. The main thing I want to show you on here, because everybody can read, is, okay, right here, my daily task, posting on the team page, inviting customers. It's all here. Hey girl messages like, hey girl, so what'd you think about that information I sent to you? Hey girl, sorry if I'm stalking you. You've kind of gone ghost on me. What did you think about it? Hey girl, maybe it's not good for you right now. I could reach out to you later. This is tracking your business. Once you get to where you are at least, and we're done here. Once you get to where you're at least a diamond coach, I would suggest getting Teamzy. Teamzy is a program where you add in all your Facebook contacts, everyone you know, and it's a module, but it costs $40 a month. And it tells me 20 people to invite today. I load in all my Beachbody customers, and it tracks them for me, because eventually I have my notebook, but how long am I going to keep up with this paper, right? Good night, Jamie. So how long am I going to keep up with that piece of paper? So something called Teamzy, if you're interested in doing that, look it up. I can help you with it. It's a computer system. I load all my Facebook people into it, and it says, these are the 10 people I invite. These are the people I followed up with. So if Valerie says, reach out to me next month, what if I wrote that on my grocery list and the piece of paper is over there? In a month, that name's going to pop up again, and it's going to remind me to invite them again in a month. Okay, so tracking can get very out of control in this business. It can set you way behind the 8 ball if you don't start tracking it from the start. Once you are at least, I'd say, don't you think, Michelle, at least a stable diamond coach, meaning 4 coaches you sponsored on your right and left, then look into Teamzy. I wouldn't spend the money now. I'm not one of those coaches. It's like, buy a bunch of products, sign up your whole family, and buy all this stuff. Some of us do that.
I mean, I think if you can afford, if money isn't an issue, like, it's super helpful, because, I mean, not only is it keeping track of everyone, but like, it actually is like telling you, what you need to do every day, and like, you can enter your goals and how many people you should be reaching out to in order to,
if you want to make $100,000 in a year, I have to invite 50 people a day, like, to keep by then you're full time though, so like, what else am I gonna do? But I don't know, laundry, shower, but like, that program really is, if money's really not an issue and you want to take your business to the next level, definitely look into Teamzy, because that helps you with tracking. All right, I know it's super late. We have if anybody has a question, definitely get those questions going. Anybody have a quick question?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not talking about Facebook, but I'm talking about Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I can post something and like 60 people will like it, and I'm like stuck. I'm like, am I supposed to go into all 60 of these people and just start saying something?
Yep.
Okay.
Instagram's like we're going to do Instagram next week.
Okay.
On Instagram, when the people like it, if they're not a spammer or a creeper,
yeah,
it's called a 531 invite. You go to their page, you like 5 things, you comment on 3 of their pictures, and then you send them a DM, a direct message, and then I bring the conversation over to Facebook. So it's like the happy hour is the all that, the main event is on Facebook. So you bring them over and then you talk to them over there. So if your thing is Instagram, I would do that. I technically got really overwhelmed in my own business where I used to do Instagram and Facebook. I fell off of my Instagram a little bit. I'm having an assistant that started for me a little bit doing some stuff. And then I'm going to have another one that's going to just manage Instagram and go back to it coming up here in June, because it's too much for me personally. But there is a huge younger crowd on Instagram and a lot of activity on there, and Snapchat. If you don't, I don't get Snapchat. I made a Snapchat. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's where it's at. So definitely, I didn't get this far in my business because I knew what I was doing. I know what I'm doing now, but I didn't get this far because I was doing this the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like figure it out as you go, get the programs and just keep going for it. But we're going to do Instagram next week.
Okay.
So, what other questions do you guys have?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I am trying to close out. So I've watched a ton of YouTube videos today, and I'm trying to close out my free group of all my freeloaders and trying to like help them into the next level. And every video that I like watch, they talk about how to do free groups and all this kind of stuff. And then they say, and then you can transition them over to the next group. And I'm like, I just watched like 15 minutes of you and you didn't even talk about what I needed you to talk about.
Simply what you got to do is you got to tell people that you got to you're good at going live and go in there and say, you know what, if anybody wants to take it to the next level, this is the program that I have for you. And then you could I
just don't really even know what to say.
You just
be like, start like spewing, like you were saying.
Tell them like, you guys are doing great in this. I have a more specific group that's going to bring you not only through your workouts, but we're also going to be working on like physical, that emotional, the personal development side. And it's a great group run by my sponsor and I, like Michelle, like whatever you want to say. And then or you could just write all their names down and message them one at a time and tell them that you have another group that you'd like to invite them to, and make that little video about what it is on Zoom, record yourself. Once you record yourself on Zoom, you have to upload it and get a YouTube link. Once you get your YouTube link, get it organized, talk to them about it and see. I would do it one-on-one, because if you put it out there to the whole group, you might turn the whole group off. If you turn off one person and you kind of feel their vibe is like no, then that's okay. But I would do it one-on-one. Don't you think, Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, I think generally, yes. I think in this particular group, like most of them or all of them, they're already your friends, right, Valerie? Like you already know all these people.
Yeah.
So I think it would be fine for you like to go live and talk a little bit about it. And I think you're really good at going live. And like, I don't think you would turn anyone off at all. Like you don't come off that way. I don't think you would come off, salesy or anything at all.
Yeah.
And again, like all these people know you, you're friends with them already. So I mean, I don't think you have to be like talking about Beachbody specifically and like getting into all of the details, but kind of what Maria was talking about in terms of like.
Yeah, and stop telling them like word vomiting, make the video, talk about why it's good, why it's important, what are their goals.
Yeah, like how this has helped you.
Stop sending those promo videos, guys.
Yeah, but so, yeah, I mean, I think it would be good to do like maybe a quick live video, and just let them know like what's coming and that there's this opportunity for them to, to join you sort of in like this next level group if they've liked what you have been doing in the group, which of course everyone has. And then it's really great, you guys. She's done a really amazing job with this group.
That's awesome.
What the kale?
Yeah, it's called What the Kale You Work Out.
That's awesome. I'm gonna steal that.
So yeah, I mean, but then I think, yeah, reach out to people one-on-one. And I mean, I think like, the video is great and the scripts are great, but like, again, especially with these people, like these are your friends. So, I mean, I think you can just kind of
go for it, because 99% of the time from what I've read, we think we're annoying or bothering people. The reason most people aren't successful like in anything is because we're scared of what others think, when in reality, they're not even thinking it. We're doing that to ourselves.
Yeah. And we get stuck overthinking things.
I overthink everything. Like Michelle knows I do, but I don't.
Well, I do too.
We tell each other what we're thinking because we're overthinking, but then we put it out there without like not being like that.
We kind of just have to do it. But I find like I didn't overthink it very much when I first started, and then it can start. So I would say just put it out there, like be natural. Like that's the thing, like don't overthink it too much. I think just be natural and talk to them, like especially again, like these people are your friends. They already trust you. They already know you're amazing. All of these things, like just just talk to them about it a little bit.
Definitely. And you know, I think that like I don't want to come across to where I'm like these are all the things we got to do and we got to get all these people and you know get all these challenge packs. Like I'm not really saying that, but I think that a lot of people, you know, people want to make money, you know, you want to help people, but it's okay to say that you want to make money, you want to help people. Is that vodka, Michelle? No, I'm just kidding. Thirsty girl. And in order to do that, these skills, the little things that are sliding through the cracks, making the video, friending people, doing those things. And if you get stuck in it, like nobody wants to do this, it's not working. Stop telling yourself that BS. Go find more people, change up what you're doing, shake up the status quo, be a little vulnerable, you know, whatever, you just change things up and just keep going. Because I'll tell you the last piece of advice before we go. When I had my first challenge, and I can put you in an old group if you don't believe me, even a year and a half ago, I would post in my challenge groups and I would have 2 people comment. This was a year and a half ago. And I've tripled my income in a year and a half because I didn't quit and I was consistent. Right before Michelle joined, about 6 months before that is when it really took off. And she's been with me, Michelle Katz, for about a year. And about 6 months before that is when it really took off. And Michelle, you've seen some of my old challenge groups, or Melanie has. I think I've showed some of you guys. My coach groups, ghost. I had like 50 coaches. Nobody said anything. My week leg volume, which if you don't understand volume, was like 200. There was nothing. Okay. And you just got to stick with it. Keep going, get your nose and keep going. And you're going to feel crazy because you're like, I keep my time. And then you're going to have people, you know, like, I just want to cry right now because I'm like, wow, we have people on this call. I used to just be me and like Jamie for like a year and a half. So it's awesome. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. Thanks for sticking with this call. I know it was super long. Next week will be short. There were some things that we had to go over because the little stuff is what's going to propel your business forward. Once you get the basics down, fill in the fluff around it. Don't worry about perfect flyers, go and lie, all this other fluff. Get the basics down, get your foundation, get those going, and add the fluff around it as you go. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you later. Brandy, you look so comfortable in that blanket. I'm super jealous.
I'm freezing. It's freezing in here.
My husband is like the air conditioner Nazi because we have like 3 units and I have to have it on like 70 and he walks around and puts up to 74.
Oh no, that's too hot.
Probably cold because you haven't gotten up and done anything. You know, sweating because I'm like running around and it's like he keeps moving it up. I'm like, oh.
This is my daughter's Elsa blanket.
I'm sweating. I'm like, ugh. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.